Don't move to Raleigh, North Carolina. You might be thinking, what is this woman wanting to share with me? Well, if you're considering coming here to Raleigh, just like we did from Los Angeles, California, but you're not really sure whether or not you want to come or not, maybe your job is forcing you, but maybe you have other options. And so you're kind of debating, right? It's definitely not all beautiful and pink all the time. And I'm here to share some of the cons of moving to Raleigh, North Carolina. So stay with me. And welcome back. If this is your first time on the channel and you want to know everything there is to know about living here in Raleigh, North Carolina, having fun, going to school, having a job, maybe having children, how are the hospitals, the property taxes and all that real estate related, this is the video for you. So definitely please subscribe, please click the bell button for notifications so you can be the first one to learn about the current market and about living here in Raleigh, North Carolina. We do get a lot of calls and messages and texts and emails every single day from people just like you that are considering coming here to Raleigh, and me and my team absolutely love hearing from you guys. We love seeing your comments on our videos. By the way, we post about 3 videos every single week. We just started posting more and more. So any questions you might have or any other topics that you want me to address, definitely comment below. So we do get a lot of inquiries. So please, whether you're considering coming here in 9 days, in 90 days, in 6 months, it doesn't matter. Just connect with us. Schedule a Zoom call if you'd like, or just email me, text me. Me and my team are here to help you out and make that move here to Raleigh, North Carolina the best experience ever. Without further ado, let's dive into the reason why I'm recording this video. As you probably have seen in my previous videos, everybody says about my energy and about what I bring for you as a realtor, as a mom, as a person who has relocated here from LA, as I said, and from Europe overall to the US. What I'm trying to tell you is that I do not script my videos. Everything is raw. And usually I just record it as I go because I have so much experience with selling real estate for over 10 years. I've seen so many people come and go, and I've been hearing all of the negatives when it comes to Raleigh, North Carolina. So let me start with the first, I wouldn't say it's the biggest negative, but it is a big thing when you are coming to buy a home. So this relates to the home buyers that are considering coming here to Raleigh and are used to the process of buying another house and putting down a certain amount of money. And if they decide to walk away from the contract, that money being reimbursed to them. Well, let me tell you something. In North Carolina, we are in a state that is called buyer beware, which means if you want to walk away for any reason or no reason, unless the seller misrepresented the property and it's they said that there are no leaks in the roof, for example, there's no mold or there's nothing with the house from a structural perspective. In other words, the seller said everything is nice and pink, and we discovered that they 100% knew about the fact and they were hiding it. Unless that's the case, you are not going to get your deposit, which is called a due diligence fund, back. So if you decide to walk away, you wake up and 3 days before closing you find something else, you're gonna lose that amount. Now that amount can be fairly high, especially in a multiple offer situation. And yes, we still have multiple offer situations even with this changing market. So it can happen, or it can be, $5,000. However, nobody wants to lose any money, right? So this is a big thing that has been a game changer for some of our clients and also for people that were considering coming here, especially when the market was crazy and literally decided they were not going to come to North Carolina anymore and buy a house for this sole reason. So just remember that. I will definitely be more than happy to, me, my team, anyone, to walk you through the process, the contract here in North Carolina, so you understand how we work around this and what can we do and what do we do as real estate professionals to help you feel at ease and make sure that you trust that we know what we're doing, and we've sold hundreds of homes, and we're not just gonna let you buy a home that is a problem from the get-go. So this is the first and biggest thing. The second thing would be, I know I'm just kind of going from one extreme to another, but this is a pretty big one. I feel that a lot of people don't like the humidity here. And I'm going to pair that humidity, so it's all kind of in the weather slash nature slash allergies, right? So I'm gonna combine these. I know it's like a 2-in-1. However, most people that are coming here and are coming, let's say, from Colorado or Utah or other areas, they are suffering in the summer from the humidity, and then throughout the year they might have allergies. There's a lot of pollen going on here, and they overall cannot actually get used to the weather in North Carolina. Now, I find it amazingly beautiful. We are in October recording this video. It is nice outside. It is warm outside. I'm from Romania originally, and I do not want to be in the winter for 6 months at a time, and I thoroughly enjoy this weather. Now, yes, in the summer, it's very humid, but I don't think it's not the heat that you find in Houston or Texas. It is not like that. Can it get really hot? Yes. Can it get fairly cold sometimes at night? So the difference of temperature is big? Yes. So again, if you have pre-existing conditions, or if you cannot breathe for some reason because of the humidity, or if you are predisposed to allergies, runny nose, stuffiness when it comes to changing of seasons, definitely research, and I could also record a video on that, just like I recorded videos on other topics. What type of trees do we have here? Are you going to be allergic to the trees? Do not come here if you're going to be miserable, regardless of what your job offer is going to be like, because you're just not going to be happy. Okay, so this is the second one. Again, weather, allergies, the whole thing. If it's not for you, then choose a state that has 4 solid seasons, or maybe you like cold. There's people who just like cold. They do not like the heat. They do not want that. The third thing is the Southern hospitality. I mean, who would have thought that might be an issue? But you know what? Let me say, it's not even the Southern hospitality. I feel that it is the slow pace, right? So I'm like, let's do it. Let's go. Let's execute. Let's do it. I'm Romanian. I have that like fast pace. And if you're from New York or even from LA, right? We came here and we're like, what's happening here? Why is everyone responding to us in like 10 days? Why? Which, by the way, helped me in my career tremendously, because I'm very good at communicating in a timely manner, right? We're busy, but if you are going to text us, our team, we're going to be right on it. We're going to get your answers ASAP. So I feel that the slow pace, while it is very beneficial on an emotional level, it's good for your heart, it's good for your brain. Sometimes though, in business, it seems a little bit too much for me as well. Like, I don't understand why. Just tell me your preferred method of communication, and we can communicate like that. If you don't want to answer, people just don't answer their phones. What are you doing? I've called you in the morning, and this is like the second day. Oh yeah, I'm gonna get to that. And I'm like, yeah. That's just next. I can't do that. It's way too slow for me, especially when it comes to negotiating deals, or to when it comes to just important stuff like doctor responses, people calling you back with certain things. Is just very, very interesting. Even at this point, I am much more used to it. However, that is one thing that people cannot get used to, more on a business level again, right? So that is the third thing. The fourth thing, okay, how do I say this? I am 42. I don't know, maybe it's not very customary for people to tell their age in this country. It's fine, I'm 42. And of course, I'm saying this for a reason. I'm also an actress. So I actually have a BFA in theater and film. I used to work a bunch in theater back in Europe with a lot of producers and directors. Also in LA, before I started my career here in 2011, I used to be Madonna stand-in. I used to work with George Clooney, Kate Blanchett, Robert De Niro. I mean, a lot of people. And again, my focus was theater. That's where I'm trained in, and that's my passion. But I love life. I love going out. I love a good concert. I love going to the opera. I love going to see a play. I just love going to drink a cappuccino, to have some fun with some friends, great dinners, entertainment. Well, when I moved from Europe to LA, it was awesome, right? You would go to Hollywood Bowl, have some cheese, some crackers, listen to amazing music and fill your culture bucket. Go to see some cool plays, some nice indie movies, whatever. Then I became a mom. Things shifted, of course. I don't want to go partying anymore. However, when we came to Raleigh, North Carolina, it was a mini cultural shock for me. I needed more. I needed more clubs or more restaurants that were having like live music and dancing. I needed to see more plays, more variety from that perspective. And it felt like, it was kind of like, oh my God, I had to get used to everything because it wasn't as culturally diverse for me in 2011 when we came here. Now, there are still a lot of people who are coming here and saying, you know what, there's really not a lot of stuff happening here. And I understand them. Like, they would really just come and say, it's very nice, it's very green, it's very beautiful greenways, schools are great, a lot of jobs, a lot of amazing stuff happening here, right? I mean, universities, everything is a check. Sports, right? You go, I don't know, even you go hockey, basketball, soccer. So you have a lot happening, right? But cricket, you even have cricket. I knew I was gonna get. So there's a bunch of stuff happening, but if you are not a mom or a dad, and if you're not home in putting your kids to bed at 8 o'clock, you might want to have a little bit more of nightlife and a little bit more fun. You might want a bigger downtown. I mean, downtown Raleigh is fairly small, it's walkable, so literally you still don't have so many options. And that, again, still my opinion up to this day. I have 2 children, a 14, almost 15-year-old and an 8-year-old. So yes, we take them places, we go to the museums. Oh my God, so many amazing museums that we can visit every weekend, and with children, without children. Great restaurants ever since. There's a lot of stuff happening, and it's being built, so keep that in mind. There's a lot of stuff that is still happening here. This is not done, right? So we are building a lot, everything's expanding, new construction, and also restaurants, more places to have fun, to hang out. But again, a lot of people complain about lack of things to do here. So it's kind of like, yeah, it's nice, but it's a very, very boring area to be in. So yeah, that was I believe it was my fourth point, right? So, and this is the last one. I am going to touch this one because I feel like, you know, I mean, I've touched real estate, I've touched the weather, I've touched how everything is kind of slow. I've touched how the nightlife, people are complaining about that. But what else would you complain about? I mean, if you're not sick, if you are maybe not, you know, if you have kids and everything's great, if your job is great, the salary is great, the real estate pricing, everything is still affordable, everything is great. Like, people are constantly complaining, but what is the one thing, the one less thing that people are complaining about? I don't know if you're gonna ever guess this. And to me, it was like, okay, but everywhere you go, you're gonna find stuff. However, the bugs and snakes. So I'm like, okay, well, I used to go hiking in Zuma on the beach in California, and I literally had 2 rattlesnakes to the left and to the right greet me and my friend on one of our hikes. So I don't hear the people complain so much about these things there. But you come to North Carolina and people go, wait, there are snakes in our backyard. Yeah, like, yeah, there are snakes. We are in their habitat. And by the way, I do have a snake video on my YouTube channel, so just put Ioannina snakes, you're gonna find. I've actually interviewed someone on this subject because people were complaining about the snakes, like it's the end of the world. And you know, there's garden snakes. Yes, our previous home had a bunch of trees, and we were going raking, and I'm like, okay, one snake, another snake, garden snakes. So yes, you could be seeing some copperheads from time to time. So because of the trees and because of the leaves, they might be under those or under some rocks, right? So definitely watch out. And also we have cockroaches. Whatever you go to other states, they have other things. We do have mosquitoes. Yes, they're going to bite, so you just have to put repellent. I know it might seem that I'm taking this easy, but again, this is nature. We are in their habitat, not backwards. So if you are super, super highly sensitive and super scared, we do have clients and friends who really want to just buy new construction that has no trees in the back because they want to see what they're stepping on, right? And so there's pavement, they don't want to see a lot of trees, and a lot of pine leaves, cones and straws and all of that. So they want to be able to see where they walk. Completely fine. However, it is what it is. So this is actually one of the most asked questions, right? Besides, how's the weather? How are things there? Most people know about their jobs. Most people ask about schools, and there's only like a lot of positives. But when it comes to bugs and to snakes, people are like, oh, we're gonna reconsider. And I just don't know where else they move, right? You're moving to the desert, you're gonna have stuff there. You're moving to California, you're moving to Texas. I mean, you're gonna have stuff everywhere, but I guess it's a matter of preference. How would you like to be bitten? Or what do you want to be bitten by? That is so funny to me. Again, this is just scratching the surface on things that people complain about. So don't move to Raleigh, North Carolina if you are worried about the weather, allergies, bugs, snakes, not having too much to do. If you're coming from like bigger cities like Miami, Los Angeles, New York, you're like, I need some life, or not wanting to lose your money if you decide to walk away from a real estate deal because the probability is fairly high that you are going to lose that amount. So all in one, this is my video for today for all of you guys. I will be recording some more videos. Again, whether you're looking to come here in 9 days, 90 days, I am here. My name is Ioannina. I've been a real estate broker for way too many years, over 10 years now, sold hundreds of homes. We are a top team in the nation, so we're here to help you with learning more about living in Raleigh, moving here, what is life like here. So I'm going to give you the pros, the cons, the good, the bad. How do you actually survive the snakes and the cockroaches in Raleigh and all of the suburbs? Again, we have a bunch of videos, so just click the notification button for being notified and subscribe. And with any questions, just let us know, schedule a call with me, and I'm more than happy, or my team, more than happy to help you with the move to Raleigh, North Carolina. Take care, have a beautiful rest of your day.